two different game series, yet they have followed the same path. I mean that as in gaming icons. They have both revolutionized their genres, with Super Mario Bros. Coming out on the NES in 1985 and The Legend of Zelda coming out in Japan in 1986 and in the West in 1987. Mario was a platformer and Zelda was an adventure. Two very different styles of games, two very different characters, yet they would go on to become Nintendo's greatest team. Now, people said that Metroid would be in there, and it was, but Nintendo hasn't made a new main series Metroid game in years, and Pokemon has taken its spot in Nintendo's top 3. Yet it wasn't created at Nintendo. Game Freak makes Pokemon. Nintendo just releases it. So Mario and Zelda are Nintendo's top of the line, homegrown, official Nintendo characters. Now, what do I mean as Mario and Link following the same path? Well, I mean is that they both have time and time again revolutionized their respective genres. Mario brought platformers to the masses on the NES with Super Mario Bros. Meanwhile, Link did the same thing in The Legend of Zelda for the same system, bringing adventure games to the masses. Now to the N64. Wait, hold up. I was gonna jump to the N64 when I remembered that their direct sequels were also similar in the sense that they completely changed the formula from the game before it, with Mario just being recolored over Doki Doki Panic. Yes, I know, that was US release only, but it still played very different from the original, and a lot of stuff from that game became mainstays in the Mario series. Zelda did the same thing, going from a top-down adventure game into a 2D side-scrolling adventure, with many things from Zelda 2 becoming mainstays in the Zelda series. Now, before I head back to the N64, I do remember that the SNES was considered the definitive sequels with Super Mario World and A Link to the Past. Now, back to the N64. They both transitioned to the third dimension and made great games, with Super Mario 64 was praised for the best Zelda game of all time, before Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time. Both took the world by storm with their great gameplay and worlds to explore. They continued this trend into their GameCube games. Not as revolutionary, but still making great games. Wind Waker and Sunshine were great. Both also had fantastic looking water. I mean, look at that water. That's some good water. When it came time for the Wii, they both came out with massive successes that utilized the motion controls that the Wii provided. Mario came out with Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, while Zelda came out with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I mean, granted, when the game first came out, people did complain a bit about their motion controls. However, if you had the Motion Plus, the motion controls were just fine. And I did have the controller that did come with it. It had the cool little golden controller. Personal bragging rights. Oh yeah, side note. I know about Super Mario Land and Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, and Super Mario 3D Land and Link Between Worlds for 3DS. I'm just focusing more on the home consoles. The Wii U is a corkscrew in this whole thing because only Mario released new games with New Super Mario 3D World, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Mario Maker. Zelda only released HD remakes of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Yes, I know that Breath of the Wild is on the Wii U too, but it was mainly promoted to be played on the Switch. But with the Nintendo Switch out and Breath of the Wild taking the world by storm, we only need to wait and see what Super Mario Odyssey awaits us. See you guys then.